Oh no, that's the stream title. We're going with that stream title. What's wrong with the stream title? Like, what's the issue? What's the issue with the stream title? Let me know when it's showing up right on your end. My chair is also super squeaky, so apologies if you hear that through the mic. Yeah, they're always A/B testing some stupid shit to fuck with uBlock, and it usually doesn't work. Either uBlock updates or they take it off. I don't really know which happens usually. But it's always temporary. All right, it should be working. So we're gonna start by let's just see what this
That's
is.
Witness. Cool. I'm from Texas.
Nice.
Nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Ooh, neato. You want to go professional?
PlayStation, I'm just getting
When does he start farting?
That's nice.
Let's see
Yeah,
the
you
farting.
believe in Jesus?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course it is.
so
That's great.
He just
You got
starts,
Witness?
like,
That's awesome. Praise the Lord. I like to spread a little bit of the
this is
gospel.
really strange.
Oh, we got bogeys on us. Watch out.
And as far as I can tell, all this guy does is play Fortnite. He plays Fortnite and like
Bingo.
just asks random people if they believe in Jesus. So that you know is usually
Got
what pastors
Got
do.
the one guy that just shocked me away. I mean, good job, Tim. Good job.
All right, this is really boring.
What about you? When are you going to make that trip? Beck, I'm watching.
Oh,
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 sorry, I'm a little gassy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it happens
so,
sometimes.
So I was kind of thinking that maybe this title was referring to like some kind of game mechanic. Maybe there's like a farting game mechanic in Fortnite. But no, he has a fart fetish. This guy has a fart fetish. Okay, so we've seen that. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier. The really crazy thing about this guy is his VTuber avatar is like, it's just the Burnt Peanut, who's like a really big VTuber that is really popular. It seems to be the same avatar, but with a mustache and a hat and a scarf and a Bible. So he's like aping someone else's character design, which is, you know, super cool, very Christian. That's very Christian of him.
Recently, some users on Twitter, along with
We'll watch. So he's gotten into some drama with Super Mega over on Twitter, and we'll watch Internet Versus covering this drama. This channel is mostly just like an archive of Twitter drama, so means I don't have to go sifting through the tweets myself.
Super Mega, the 1 million sub YouTube channel, have found a new streamer to make fun of. That being the Faithful Sheriff, who was known online before as Dr. Witnesser.
Yeah, he was known before under this name. I don't really know what he got up to. Apparently he was involved with some pedophile stuff and may or may not be racist, so that's fun. That's like, wow, what is this beard? This like chin strap beard. Is this in fashion somewhere? Because this looks really bad on him. And I'm not sure it would look good on anybody.
Now, Dr. Witnesser was a streamer who got into controversy a few years back for going into Fortnite games and telling people about God. However, he received multiple bans from Twitch because even at one time he went and told a Muslim child that he would go to hell, with Twitch banning him.
Okay, so he plays Fortnite so that he can harass children into converting to Christianity, which, you know, that's just great. That's very Christian of him, is to harass children in Fortnite.
For harassment. Anyway, now he has returned to YouTube using a Peanut VTuber avatar, and Super Mega decided to edit the Faithful Sheriff's avatar with a body part attached that I can't name and we can't show, and the Faithful Sheriff got...
Oh, they, I saw a little bit of this. They photoshopped a giant cock onto his avatar, and they said that he had requested it, and it made him really mad.
Into a whole back and forth and ended up threatening to sue Super Mega. There's lots to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Super Mega and the Faithful Sheriff. It starts with an old post by Super Mega back in December where they posted the burnt peanut with the edited image and the caption, "Bro, no way they actually used the picture."
Yeah, see, this is what the burnt peanut looks like. And you can see it's basically the same character design. It's a peanut with that creepy mouth. The human mouth and face. And, like, I don't know if it's the same model, but it might be. It could be that that like the Burnt Peanut just bought his model from some website that sells VTuber models. I don't know.
Sure. And then they quote tweeted their own post with an edit of the Faithful Sheriff, saying, "The Faithful Sheriff asked us to recreate this image using his likeness so he can feel more included." And the Faithful Sheriff replied, "What the dingle?" And YVL Chud says, "Why would you ask for this?"
It's fucking horrible. What is the avatar? Yeah, I mean, I think the Burnt Peanut is like, I think I don't watch him, but I would assume that his thing is that it's like deliberately a terrible avatar, because it does look bad. And the Faithful Sheriff, I guess, is just he's copying the Burnt Peanut because he's, I don't know, too stupid to create his own avatar.
Weirdo. And the Faithful Sheriff says, "It's obviously a joke, you dunce." Avery says, "I just watched your stream where you talked about how much of a sin lust is. Why would you ask for this?" And then
So Super Mega, the avatar, yeah, and this peanut thing is popular. What does it cover? He's just a gaming streamer. Like I said, I don't watch him, so I don't know much about him. He's like one of the biggest VTubers. He's definitely the biggest male VTuber. I don't know if he's the biggest VTuber, but he might be. He's just a gaming streamer with an ugly peanut avatar. So what seems to have happened here is the Faithful Sheriff is getting trolled, and he's like falling for it. Like like I don't even know what to say. This is such a boomer thing to do. I don't know how old this guy is, but he's acting like a boomer here, getting trolled by Super Mega saying that he requested them to Photoshop a penis on his avatar.
Faithful Sheriff made a new post replying to Super Mega saying, "I didn't think I would have to post this, but apparently some of y'all are a little slow. I don't know these people, and I never asked for this. Obviously this is a joke that they did." And Axo replies, "Lying is a sin, along with gluttony."
Okay, so all these people on Twitter are clearly trolling him.
Super Mega replied to Faithful Sheriff by saying,
he just
"You
keeps
requested
going
us to
with
do
it.
this for you?"
Like,
and Faithful Sheriff replied, "What in the world are you talking about?" "No, I didn't." And Reagan says, "I was in the room, bro. I heard you ask for this." And the Faithful Sheriff says, "What room are you talking about?" And Riker says, "The room, man. You
Is
were
he
on board?"
okay?
And Faithful Sheriff says, "What room?"
Is he in on this joke? Like, does he realize what's happening here and he's playing into it to get attention? Or does he really not understand what's going on?
And when was this? Like, you all are seriously trolling right now? And Reagan says, "No, bro, we all were in the room when you asked the funny brothers to do this." And Faithful Sheriff says, "Yeah, okay, buddy. Then why the hell aren't you telling me what room this was? When and where this happened, huh? Was I on the phone? Discord? Then Super
Hold on, what is this?
Mega replies to the Burnt Peanut with the caption,
Okay.
"Dude," attaching this image of edited DMs where the Faithful Sheriff sends a message to Super Mega saying, "Hello,
they
I'm a
photoshopped
Christian
a
content
DM
creator
from
and part
him
of the Peanutverse of that
requesting
epic name
this.
for the Faithful Sheriff." And Super Mega replies with a question mark, and the Faithful Sheriff replies in this edited image saying, "Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use."
Okay, so he recognizes that this is a joke, right? Like, he recognizes that.
And then there is a picture attached. The Faithful Sheriff then posts the post by Super Mega on his own page of
Okay.
the original image saying, "Apparently
Okay,
you
so
know you've hit the big time when they do this to
he
you."
does
If anyone doesn't know,
recognize
obviously they are
that he's the
joking.
butt of the
I don't know
joke.
who these people are, and I never asked for this. And Hilo Lolol replies, "It's not even realistic. Your isn't that big." And the Faithful Sheriff replies with a frowning emoji. Dolph replies, "Sheriff, as a father of 3 that loves your content, I'm really sad to see you engage with this kind of content. And to not even censor the image on the bottom, you've hit a new low. I can't in good Christian conscience allow my kids to watch your stream anymore."
Okay, this is clearly also a troll.
"Good day." And Faithful Sheriff replies, "Seriously, knock it off. I didn't request this stuff. They're lying." Pluie replies to Faithful Sheriff's post by saying, "Why did you request this? I am disappointed. I loved your fart jokes and you grooming kids to work for ICE. You are the worst. I will not let my kids watch your streams." All Up to Roach quote tweets to the Faithful Sheriff by saying, "Big time, looks below, 1-inch penis. Sure, buddy, big time." And Faithful Sheriff quote tweets him by saying, "Your mom was calling it big time last night, buddy." And All Up to Roach says, "I could deadass a face you." And Lux replies to Sheriff by saying, "This isn't very Christian-like of you, buddy." And then Faithful Sheriff replies,
Surely this is a PR stunt for him to become relevant. I think that he thinks that's what he's doing. And credit to him, I had never heard of this guy before this happened. I would not have heard of the Christian pastor with a fart fetish who harasses children on Fortnite while streaming himself doing it for some reason if he hadn't allowed himself to get trolled by Super Mega.
With a video attached to an independent tweet he made with the caption, "The account Super
If
Mega
they
are 100%."
keep telling people I requested this, I will be pursuing legal action for defamation. Okay.
Okay, well, I didn't think I'd ever have to defend myself of something like this, but some of you might know, this random Twitter guy named Super Mega tweeted out something that's
Okay. So calling them a random Twitter guy is kind of interesting because you can see they have 200,000 followers. I think they have like over 1 million subs on YouTube. They're not obscure. Super Mega has been doing this shit for like 10 years. Probably, I don't know, 15.
thing that's inappropriate that I can't show you, but it's a picture of my avatar with a wiener on it. And at first, I thought it was funny. These guys have like 200,000 something followers on Twitter or X and 1 million on YouTube. At first I thought it was funny and I was like, haha, okay, they're posting this as a joke, haha. Okay, yeah, that's funny, cool, haha. They said that the faithful sheriff asked us to recreate his image using his likeness so he can feel more included. As some of you might know, this is a recreation of a burnt peanut image of his private parts. The problem is I never talked to these guys, I never asked for this. So obviously I thought it was a joke. I thought they were just kidding. So I responded. I didn't think I would have to post this, but apparently some of y'all are a little slow. I don't know these people and I never asked for this. Obviously this is a joke. They proceeded to respond and said, you requested us to do this? And I said, what in the world are you talking about? No, I did not. And people were like, oh, you're lying. I was like, you're in the room with us, blah, blah, blah. And then today, 10 hours ago, they posted dude and they posted this. Obviously Photoshop, because I never DM'd them at all. Obviously a Christian content creator and someone who represents the Bible and the Lord. I would never ask for anything like this ever. So I think this is just a smear campaign by Super Mega to try to get people to...
So he's a Christian content creator who represents the Bible and the Lord, and that's why he's farting on stream in Fortnite. So in his mind, acting out his fart fetish is very Christian. It's what God wants him to do. Okay.
Me as not a genuine Christian content creator or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, they post this clearly Photoshop made up text DM that says, hello, I'm a Christian content creator as part of the peanut verse, which I've never used that term. I hear you guys are responsible for the burnt peanut meme where his penis is exposed. Please make a version of the epic meme for the faithful sheriff. I never said this. I never even knew that these guys existed prior to yesterday when this post came out. Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use. Obviously, this is not me. Y'all have seen me. This person probably weighs about 170. I'm 300 pounds. Not proud of it, but that's how much I weigh. Obviously, I'm losing weight, but...
It's 300 pounds? What? Bro.
Yeah, this is obviously not me. So this is obviously made up. I actually DM'd them, which I will show you the DMs right now. This is my first and only DMs with these people. As you can see, it's clear. It's 100% my first and only DMs on Twitter with these people.
Okay, so he's just super trolled. He's being completely obliterated, trolled, ruined. Like, wow.
He DMs the video and it starts with him saying, to Super Mega, are you for real? Why do you think I requested that? Why would I do that? Did someone contact you claiming to be me or something? I'm a Christian content creator. Why would I ask for that? I don't know who you talked to, but it wasn't me. This is my only X account and my official email is thefaithfulsheriff@outlook.com.
I don't know who you talked to, but he just said it was obviously Photoshop. So does he not realize that those DMs are fake, or did he not know it at the time? Is his defense, I'm way fatter than that dude? Yes, his defense is that he weighs about twice as much as the guy in the photo, which, if that's true, then it couldn't be him.
And I have a Discord, but that is not my primary mode of communication. If anyone contacted you outside of those channels, it was not me. Please take the post down immediately because being a Christian content creator, that is definitely not something I would ask for. Even though it did give me a laugh, it's highly inappropriate and detrimental to my mission. And then the clip continues.
So again, they posted this. It's a big fat lie. I did not ask for this. I would never ask for this ever. So they're just clearly trying to troll me and besmirch my image. If they keep doing it, I'll probably see if I can pursue some legal action for defamation because this is BS.
I pray that he sues Super Mega. That would be so funny.
They're like, oh, just as I was recording this, I don't know, they keep changing it. This was 10 hours ago. How come I'm just as I was recording this, they posted another message. We have a message from you right here. That's clearly not me. I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So yeah, no idea what they're talking about. This isn't me. I never did this. They're lying. They're 100% lying. Hopefully they take it down. I don't know what their goal is, but clearly their goal is to troll me. And if they keep pursuing this, like I said, legal action.
I don't know what their goal is, but clearly their goal is to troll me. Then why are you replying? Like, what do you think is going to come from this? If someone is trolling you, the correct response is not, I'm going to sue you. That's just going to make them troll you more, which I hope they've been doing. This video is from 5 days ago, and it looks like this drama's been going on for 15 days. So I really hope Oh, he's got a pinned tweet here saying that he got a fake cease and desist for stealing the Burnt Peanuts avatar. That's interesting.
Willing to. I would never ask for something like that. Have never asked for something like that. Will never ask for something like that. So Super Mega, keep doing it at your own risk.
And Stranger quotes the by saying, "Holy shit, this is so f***ing funny. He's so f***ing insecure about himself, it's insane. Imagine threatening legal action over someone putting a on your VTuber model." And Sheriff quotes it by saying, "I don't give a damn about the stupid avatar pic. It's them taking it too far by saying I actually requested it and even making up fake DMs that I have a problem with." Sarah quotes the Faithful Sheriff's clip with this meme saying, "You watching the Faithful Sheriff?" His dingling falls out of his pants. And Palpameme says, "Sheriff, your little deputy is out." Bomb tweets out, "What is happening?" Attaching a screenshot of Rubber Ross replying to the clip saying, "To the Faithful Sheriff, it's okay, man. Don't be embarrassed to admit it. I actually think it's really cool to see creators like you commissioning art." And Amos Sponge replies, "You're laughing. Judful Chudnut is going to pursue."
He's just he just keeps falling for it. And he's really threatening legal action because he got trolled, which I really hope he does. I hope that he is speaking with a lawyer right now.
Legal action against Super Mega.
So
funny.
funny.
It's Roman says a Christian VTuber, quote unquote, got really butthurt about a joke Super Mega made of him, started bringing up suing them for slander, therefore making him the funniest person to make fun of for the next month. Faithful Sheriff also tweets out more pictures here with the caption, "Even more proof that I did not ask the Super Mega to make it."
I just noticed there's another video from Internet Versus about this guy. We can turn the speed down a little. It's a little fast. He was talking way too much. There's another video about this guy, so I guess he's still doing Twitter drama for the last 2 weeks. Hold on.
A pornographic meme, and it's a post by Goxian who says, "Why is his ad not visible?" highlighting another DM, showing that if the DMs were real, it would show the ads below Faithful Sheriff. And then he just attaches the difference between the two DMs. And Are You Sure replies, "You need to stop. Just admit you requested it." As
Okay, so nobody thinks this is real. Just so we're clear. So what about this guy? Does this guy think that people think it's real? Is this guy being trolled as well? Does he not even realize? Is he not in on the joke? Or is he saying this so that the farting peanut will reply to it and embarrass himself further?
Then he just attaches the difference between the two DMs. And Are You Sure replies, "You need to stop. Just admit you requested it, as lying is sinful. Your proof isn't enough." And King Jar Jar quotes the Faithful Sheriff by saying, "Bro, you literally call it my picture. You absolutely asked the Super Mega to make that pictures for you." Attaching this clip.
What happened? Someone tell me? Well, I was showing people the message on Twitter, and on the right, it shows you, like, I don't know, recommendations, and it showed my picture unedited right there. That's what happened. But yeah, anyways.
Not to mention,
how stupid are these goblins? I mean, okay, so just to be clear, all of these people are trolling him. These are random people on Twitter who are pretending to think this is real to troll him, and he's falling for it. So I think the only stupid one here is
Can you flash your picture to your child audience on Twitch? And Aeon Tars replies, "Proof," showing a screenshot from Faithful Sheriff's stream, where Faithful Sheriff here is going over the allegations that showing the at not being on the other one, the message by Super Mega, but this being his real messages. And over here on the right, there's a reply of the image by Charlie with the caption, "Hello, the girthy sheriff." Shout out to our tier 3 members, Internet Representatives, Kiko, Salsal, Codus Bandito, Captain Crash Out.
Okay, that's the end. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, these hobgoblins, they really are quite something. I mean,
recently, Gaming for Hope, a controversial content creator in the
that
Overwatch sphere, has
don't like that. But we are gonna watch this one next. Yeah, I mean, usually if I think someone is good material for a stream, it's because they're like this. So, ooh, Hassan's in Cuba. Maybe I should look into that.
Recently, Gaming for Hope, a controversial content creator in the Overwatch sphere, has gotten into some heat online after posting that he is quitting his 9-to-5 job to pursue Overwatch full-time, despite only being platinum. Now, someone like...
Okay, hold on. I've heard of this guy. I don't really know anything about him. I've definitely heard this name before. I kind of thought he was more popular. He's only got 15,000 subs. I wonder if maybe he's bigger on... Like, maybe he's got income on Twitch.
After posting that he is quitting his 9-to-5 job to pursue Overwatch full-time.
Okay. Quitting his job to become a full-time Overwatch player. That's a little odd.
Despite only being platinum.
So, he's not going to try to be like a professional Overwatch player. He's going to try to be a professional Overwatch streamer, right?
Now, some online trolled him for this decision, but specifically, he got into a beef with another self-described Christian content creator, the Faithful Sheriff, who has his own controversy and past. Gaming for Hope said that Faithful Sheriff is not a real Christian and he would never
Okay, so he's starting shit with the farting peanut.
Collab with him, causing the sheriff to reply online multiple times in response, saying Gaming for Hope is an agent of Satan, a private...
What? The fact that you even said that proves you're an agent of Satan. Do people even care about Overwatch anymore? No, nobody cares about Overwatch. Overwatch has not been relevant for at least 5 years. Probably longer than that. Longer than that. Like 2018 or something was when they stopped making major updates to the first game so that they could work on the second game. And then the second game came out and it was literally just the first game but worse. And now they're not even calling it Overwatch 2 anymore. It's just Overwatch again. So here's the farting peanut saying that anyone who thinks that his fart fetish and very unchristian public behavior disqualifies him from calling himself a Christian is an agent of Satan. Which
a private call also got leaked of the Faithful Sheriff in his Discord server, where in it he talks about how he got ratioed by Gaming for Hope and says it's just easy to hate on him right now. There's lots to get into, so let's just jump.
It is easy to hate on him, that's true.
And welcome to the internet versus Gaming for Hope and the Faithful Sheriff. It starts when Gaming for Hope posted this clip on his TikTok account.
I'm leaving my 9 to 5 to play more Overwatch. I know, many of you were surprised because you thought that I had already done that. No, I have a family to feed and provide for, and
Oh, that is worse. He's leaving his 9 to 5 so that he can play Overwatch full time, but he has to still take care of his family. That's concerning.
Wouldn't have been able to do that up until recently. That's why I only play Overwatch for like 10 to 12 hours a week. I wouldn't do that if I was full-time. Using some of the other time outside of just playing the game was to create this content so that I could eventually build up to where we are now. And I am blessed beyond measure to say that I am earning more from doing this than I was with my 9 to 5 before. We took the time to enjoy the extra income and prepare ourselves financially over the last couple of months, and it's time. I wouldn't have gotten to this point if it weren't.
Okay. So he's making money through his social media stuff, and he says he's making more money through social media than through his 9 to 5. So I guess this isn't crazy.
For you, my incredible fan base. Of course, I'm aware of the channels that are out there that have funneled people over to my stuff, even if many of them were just outright fictitiously representing me in their content. It's fine because people came to fact check them and decided to stay because they were lied to by these other channels. And now I have an even more deeply
Okay, I have no idea. I don't know anything about this guy. I've heard of him, don't know anything about him, so I have no idea what controversy he's talking about.
dedicated fan base because of it.
And I am Gavin replies, quitting your job to be hardsuck Platt, with a thumbnail that Gaming for Hope is on and the caption, the hit of Platt. Gurks Han says, bros threatening us with more content. The Devil Heisenberg says, your content made me delete Overwatch in fear that you would be in my games. Shalump says, does anyone actually f with this guy? And Emil replies, no, we do not f with Trump supporters and people who support stripping minorities of their rights. And
wait, so are these people just mad because he likes Donald Trump? Is that what this is?
Mew Johnson replies, you gotta appreciate him for whatever he means to you. Even if that means you get a kick out of the memes and slander, which everybody does because it's hella funny, you're still with him for what he adds to your life. I think it's funny to meme on him, so in that way I with him. He brings the community together by missing grabs, having realizations, etc. Where would we be without him? He adds joy to my life. Then he posts the same clip on Twitter with the caption, it's finally time to send it. And Coach Mills quotes the post by saying, y'all really hate watch this man to a dream job. And Gaming for Hope replies, real. And Coach Mills says, congrats man. As a person with a wife and kids myself, I know that struggle to balance passion with paying the bills, and the lucky few of us get to combine both. Cruz replies to the original clip posted on Twitter by saying, so you were making more money streaming than at your 9 to 5? What's the point of quitting if you could do both? If you were still generating income, wouldn't it make sense to keep the job just to get the extra money? And Gaiman replies, I had two choices. A, continue working a job that, while flexible, I didn't thoroughly enjoy and make a certain amount per hour. B, do more of something I love that makes the same or more per hour invested and make the same or more money overall in the month.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, so social media is a lot less reliable as an income source than a job, but if he was only able to invest like 15 or 20 hours a week into his social media account and he was already making more than his 9 to 5, then it makes a certain amount of sense if his goal is to be a social media guy and not whatever job he was doing before, to quit his job and do social media. That makes sense.
Hopefully that clarifies it. Naughty replies, now that you're full-time, you should work with more creators. The Faithful Sheriff is a Christian over...
Okay. So this is why he brought up the Faithful Sheriff. And this is another guy with a peanut avatar. I don't know what's going on with the peanut avatars. He's a Christian Overwatch content, if he's even telling the truth. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know anything about this guy, so he might be lying to pretend he's bigger than he is. I mean, he's only got 15,000 subs on YouTube. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that the guy with a wife and kids is probably not endangering his income recklessly for no reason, and that it probably is true when he says that he spent the last few months preparing for this financially. It would be very irresponsible if that was not the case. Let's say that. It says the Faithful Sheriff is a Christian Overwatch content creator, but if we look at his content, it's literally just Fortnite. And he's only been doing this for like a month. I mean, maybe he plays it on stream and he just hasn't uploaded any of the videos, but I mean, this is all Fortnite. Why does he have 28,000 subscribers? Who is subscribing to this content? This is like, it's literally just a guy playing Fortnite and rambling about Jesus.
Overwatch content creator. I'd love to see you guys play. And David says, the dude has no business calling himself a Christian. I won't be collaborating with him. And the Faithful Sheriff replies, the fact you even said that proves you're an agent of Satan, buddy. And number one Shrimp Farmer says, Faithful Chud Nuts and Gaming for Hope beef. Drew Surreal replies to Faithful Sheriff by saying, it's funny that you call him an agent of Satan when you make a living going after little kids and pushing your morals on them through video games. You copy the biggest streamers of the moment to make it easier to manipulate them. Nasty work. Niche quotes Gaming for Hope's post by the Faithful Sheriff with
Yeah, I mean, so his previous identity was Dr. Witnesser, which is very clearly just a really cringe play on Dr. Disrespect, who that hasn't aged well, let's say. 5 years ago, I don't actually know when Dr. Disrespect became Dr. Diddyspect, but it may have been after this 5 years ago. I don't know.
This screenshot in the caption, his beef with him runs deep too. Oh my god. And it's a screenshot from Gamer for Hope's channel with a video from 5 years ago and 250 views titled Dr. Witnesser, a bad example. And Dr. Witnesser is what the Faithful Sheriff used to go by. Faithful Sheriff then quote,
yeah, I mean, he seems like he's a pretty bad example.
Gamer for Hope by saying, this guy literally believes that you don't have to obey God's law. And that if you do, you're trying to work your way to heaven. And that's works-based salvation. Satan didn't follow God's law and he says you don't have to either. It's a satanic doctrine that leads people away from God. He was quite literally the definition of a false Christian. For those of you who are actually interested in knowing why we still need to follow God's law, here is a study guide on the issue attaching this.
So, okay, so this is like a theological dispute between two streamers who there's no way either of these guys is qualified to be talking about theology. The whole conversation about works-based salvation is extremely autistic. And we're not going to get into that here.
Blank. And he replies, showing that Gaming for Hope has blocked him, saying he blocked me. Blake replies to this.
But I'm guessing that Gaming for Hope's objections to react with what? Why would you ever post this? Why is the farting peanut giving advice in the matter? That's a really good question. I feel like Gaming for Hope's. I haven't seen his video, and I'm not going to watch it because I don't really care. But my guess would be that Gaming for Hope's objections to the Faithful Sheriff's ministry are not related to theological disputes, and they're probably related to his conduct, which is very unbecoming of a minister, to say the least. And this is really strange. Like, why are you asking people in your Discord about the status of their foreskin? You know, I could actually, since he's talking about God's law, following God's law, I don't know anything about this guy, but it's totally possible that he's one of those guys who thinks that Christians are supposed to be circumcised and that Christians must be circumcised, which there's a whole thing in the Bible about how that's not true, but crazy people get really fixated on the Old Testament, certain aspects of the Old Testament. They go crazy for it.
And it's a user with the name The Faithful Sheriff saying, react with scissors if circumcised, react with umbrella if uncircumcised. And Faithful says, no, it's not actually. That's not what my name looks like in Discord, and it's well known you can change your name to match someone else's.
Okay, so
try
it's
to
fake.
use your brain a little more.
Okay.
Duke Nagito says, stop making me defend Gaming for Hope, but you're genuinely a worthless ant under him. And Check No Phones replies, stop making me defend Gaming for Hope. Dude's just bad at Overwatch. And Duke Nagito said, he's had other controversies that I honestly forgot about, but he's the guy in this image.
What did he do? I don't know what the context is here, so I don't care.
And it's a screenshot from a video by Gaming for Hope where he's addressing the controversies, and someone captions it, how does it get this bad, bro? And there's different timestamps in the video, such as neglecting my children, anti-LGBTQIA+, KKK member, unemployed, grooming my wife, responding to Apply's video, calibrating my goals, and conclusion and final thoughts. And Check No Phone says, did you even watch the video? If you were in the space when people first started talking about him, people were just saying about him because it was funny to hate on him, dog. Believe it or not, he's not a member of the KKK or a And Duke says, okay, why are you actually ride or dying for this dude? Why are you like trying to call me out for being a fake fan, dude? I made a fucking joke. You must be fun to hang out with.
Yeah,
And Josh says, nobody's
this
ride or
isn't
dying
like
gaming for
nothing.
hope. You're just blatantly lying, and when you get called a liar, you say it's a joke. Just brain dead.
It sounds
Another
like-
Josiah posts the same
It
screen.
sounds like this guy has been slandered because he's like a normal conservative who isn't like an insane schizophrenic racist. And of course, certain people will treat you like you're an insane schizophrenic racist if you're like to the right of Bernie Sanders. So he's my guess. Again, I don't know anything about this guy. I'm not gonna die on this hill, but the impression I'm getting here is that he is a normal conservative who likes Trump a normal amount, and certain people who really don't like Trump are smearing him for it. That's the impression I'm getting.
That we looked at earlier about the scissor or umbrella and captions it. So like, at what point is the government getting involved to close down this fucking Discord server? And Faithful Sheriff replies, I don't know how many times I've told you idiots that that's not my name in Discord. Anyone can make their name someone else's name. It's common knowledge. You're an idiot if you believe this was actually me.
Okay, so
This is what my name looks like on Discord, showing his name being blue. And
I don't really know how the name colors on Discord work. I don't know if that's like a server specific thing or
Filter
not.
Josiah says, this reply proves you're an agent of Satan, buddy. Faithful Sheriff also tweets out the original
But-
screenshot of Game for Hope's reply with
So I totally am oh wow. This is like okay. This is like mega autistic theology nonsense.
caption. How do you know who is preaching a false gospel? One is correct.
When they
one is
start
wrong. One
accusing
preaches
each
two
other
things
of
the world
preaching
likes
a
to
false
hear. The other preaches
gospel.
the truth that the world hates to hear, and the world will hate you for it. This verse is talking about you, Game for Hope. Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my
Yeah,
Father.
we don't
which is
need
in
to
the
hear
works. And then I will
Matthew
profess
7.
chosen ones to save all the sinners in Overwatch. Wouldn't Jesus want you to work together? Yes, Dog replies to Faithful Sheriff by saying, yeah, that's an ignore verse, dude. You speak and act nothing like Jesus. Your works, your demeanor, your content only reflect a selfish desire for personal gain. All off of Jesus' name. You know what Jesus loathed? That.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. There was that whole thing. They're server role related, so depending on where this took place, it could be him, but probably isn't. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he probably wouldn't lie if that was him. He would probably admit it and then explain the context where it isn't insane. So it's probably fake. But that's the other element of this. He's using Jesus as his branding to make money, which there was a whole, like, one of the most famous segments in the Bible is Jesus throwing the moneylenders out of the temple. So it really makes you wonder, like, what's the deal there?
Latinoid tweets out this screenshot with the caption, I'm crying, bro. It's from Faithful Sheriff Stream, where Corandria says, Sheriff, don't worry about these stupid violent people. And Skitsor says, back off of Gaming for Hope or you gonna get slimed. Tsunamiopolis says, Gaming for Hope is like the little brother of Overwatch Twitter. People poke fun of him, but if an outsider gets involved, we all standing up for him. And Flap says, only we get to mock the Platinum Man, baby. Faithful Sheriff also tweets out this clip with the caption, Gaming for Hope started it.
Hey, you can watch Gaming for Hope all you want. I'm not stopping you. I'm not going into his Twitter. You know what bothers me also? I didn't start this Gaming for Hope controversy crap. I didn't start none of this. Someone asked him on Twitter. First of all, people have been asking me. People have been
Okay, I have to bring this up. This like insane subtitle thing. I assume this is auto-generated. That there's an algorithm that's putting his words in one word at a time. This is insufferable. This is so bad. It's so hard to look at. I get that the flashy subtitles that pop in and out, and it's only a couple words at a time, are like good for like short form content to retain the brain rotted Zoomers' attention spans, but just having it one word at a time like this looks so bad, and it's so distracting.
mentioning him to me in Twitch and on X, and my simple response was, I don't
And-
know the guy.
What is this? What is this Fortnite avatar? Does he only use like attractive woman Fortnite avatars? Because I don't know, that doesn't seem very Christian to me. Jesus says that that if you lust after a woman in your mind, then you've already committed adultery with her. So maybe he should gouge out his eyes.
I don't know him. And then
If,
someone
he's
asked him
having
to
adulterous
collab with me on
thoughts looking at
Overwatch.
his-
And the
his-
Bonehead says that,
looking at his
that
Fortnite
guy has no
avatars.
right to call himself a Christian. I will not be collaborating with him. He started the beef, guys. And you
Okay.
know, I has no right to call himself a Christian. I will not be collaborating.
Okay, look at this. Like, this looks like shit. Having just the one letter trailing off and cut off on the edge, that looks like total shit. Why would you put this on your video? This looks terrible.
With him. He started the beef, guys. Do you understand this? He started it. I didn't say nothing to him. I was more than willing to look him up and have a conversation and collab with him. But he wasn't even open to the
Yeah, he didn't want to collab with you because you're a fart fetishist.
opportunity. He just straight up called me a fake Christian. Said I have no right to be calling myself one. I didn't start no beef with Gaming for Hope. He opened up his mouth on X and burned a bridge instantaneously. You come into my chat and tell me he opened up his mouth on X and burned a bridge instantaneously.
Again, this looks like shit. It's two lines collaborating together. Yeah, it sure is, and it looks like total shit. This is such a bad whatever app he's using to generate these subtitles is dog shit.
Seriously, you come into my chat and tell me ease up off of Gaming for Hope when he's the guy that started the whole thing. But don't come, do you see me going into his Twitch chat and saying, hey, lay off of me, Gaming for Hope? Do you see me going in there and sending my supporters into his chat and talking smack? No. In fact, it really shows you the character development, the character of his supporters and himself starting this crap into my Twitch chat in the first place. So keep that in mind when you're talking smack in my chat of who started it in the first place. And I ain't gonna say no more about it because he started it and I'm
He's looping a lot. He's also doing this weird like fake southern accent. I don't know what he sounded like when he was doing the Dr. Witnesser persona. So maybe he actually does just sound like this, but it sounds incredibly fake to me, like he's trying to sound like an old Western sheriff, and it just makes him sound like an impolite word I shan't say on YouTube.
finishing it. That's the end. He don't want to collab, fine. But he ain't no right to tell me that I don't got no right to be a Christian when he's the one preaching the false gospel. He's the one leading people straight to hell with his actually false gospel. Paul warns us the people about them, period. Anyways, let's get back to business.
An audio recording also got leaked of the Faithful Sheriff talking about Gaming for Hope by Concrete Drinker, who posted...
Wait, coping about Gaming for Hope in an exclusive sub-only VC hug box, comparing himself to known sexual predator Dr. Okay, so he like really looks up to Dr. Diddy.
With the caption, "The Sheriff Files leak. A brave whistleblower reveals the Christian streamer The Faithful Sheriff coping about Gaming for Hope in an exclusive sub-only VC hug box, comparing himself to known predator Dr. Disrespect." There's a full 20-minute call linked below this clip, but we'll just play a couple minutes of it here.
Yeah, like the Gaming for Hope thing, like he commented that about me.
He literally started it, so he can
Yeah, okay, so the southern accent is fake, and that's why it sounds terrible.
do anything wrong.
Because we can hear him now, and he doesn't have it.
Like I don't know, it's probably up to 5,000, 6,000 likes by now. And people are like, oh, look at all the likes he's got. It's like because he's hopping on the it's popular to hate the Faithful Sheriff bandwagon. And so if you hate on me, you're gonna be popular now. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna respond like this because I know.
Okay, what is this artwork? Because it looks like, is this a fart cloud? It's probably not a fart cloud, but I can't get it out of my head that this right here is a fart cloud. The star on the bottom left looks like a fart cloud to me, and it's
Relevancy.
I know people will like this if I say this. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
The
I don't work that
silver
way.
lining to it. Sorry for interrupting, Sheriff, but the silver lining to it all is he's bringing them into your chat and your stream and your videos, and you're like making the ad revenue from it. Like they're coming in and they're unintentionally giving you like an income stream.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
I just say keep doing what
yeah. No publicity is bad publicity, but I think he might be a little too stupid to wrap his head around that one.
you do because we like you.
It's the same thing with on TikTok.
And I gotta wonder, who are these guys that are saying they like him? Are these buddy trolls? Because they're reminding me a lot of the guys who were like feeding compliments to Captain Alex, who is a lot lower functioning than this guy, let's just say. But I don't know. Like, do people actually watch this guy's content, like, unironically? Because that's hard to believe.
I keep posting the videos.
Because there's so many people you can watch play Fortnite. Why would you watch this guy play Fortnite? I don't understand. Like, even if you're really into the Christian ministry element of it, there are probably better streamers who also talk about Jesus in voice chat while they're playing Fortnite. Because there are just so many people who play Fortnite. Yeah, they feel like they're just in on the troll to me. Yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe this guy does have fans. He has 28,000 subs on YouTube, and I've never even heard of him. So I feel like if those were all like hate watchers, like lolcow hate watchers, I feel like he would probably, at 28,000 subs, he would surely have a Kiwi Farms thread by now.
Like, you see the comments and it's like 95% hate comments, but these people are literally paying my bills. Like the haters are literally paying my bills for me. It's hilarious. And when you look at it from the other end, it's like, hey guys, thanks for paying my bills for your hate. You know, it's like, appreciate it. I mean, I know this is controversial and some of you may not like the streamer, but Dr. Disrespect was the same.
Okay, yep, here he goes. He brings up Dr. Diddyspect, who admitted that he tried to meet up with a 16-year-old girl at TwitchCon, and then later said that that never happened, even though he admitted that it happened. So, you know, great guy to compare yourself to.
Started off the same way. People really hated him for how, like, his character, like, he's playing a character. Obviously, the Faithful Sheriff is a character, but it's a lot of me in the character because, like, you know, sometimes
I feel like this guy doesn't have enough to him for the farms. I mean, it's kind of crazy who doesn't have a Kiwi Farms thread. Like, Captain Alex doesn't have a Kiwi Farms thread, which I can't fucking believe. He just farts every so often on mic and talks shit about Christ or whatever. Yeah, I mean, but there are a lot of boring people in Kiwi Farms, if we're being honest. There are a lot of people who, like, the only notable thing about them is that they're a streamer and that they stream a lot of things that they do. And there's just nothing noteworthy about half the people on KF. There's a lot of really boring threads there, and somehow this guy doesn't have a thread. It's crazy. I checked. I wanted to see what dirt there was on him, and I couldn't find any. Maybe it's in the Proving Grounds because they have a forum. When you want to make a thread about someone on KF, you have to put it in the Proving Grounds. In the Proving Grounds, you can only see if you have an account, and I don't have an account, and I'm not going to make an account. So I have no idea what's in the Proving Grounds. I would assume there has to be a Captain Alex thread in the Proving Grounds because there's no way no one there's no way that there hasn't been a thread made about him. But I just can't believe it hasn't gotten out of the Proving Grounds because they have like a thread about Nova Online, who is not even half as interesting as Captain Alex.
A sheriff in real life?
What?
Yo, you're talking about a sheriff in real life?
Oh, yeah, obviously. But so my point is that he, most of me is in like the character of the Faithful Sheriff. The stuff that's not in the character is like my mannerisms and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, or that's not me. Is some of the mannerisms. Obviously, I take them from, you know, other stuff and inspiration and whatnot. You know, comedies I watch, whatever. Anyways, but like he was really, really, and still is hated. But he was really hated to start off. And then he, like, you know, he's been at it for like 10 years, but it started off the same way for him. Is people hated his guts, and it was the hate that actually.
Yeah, and people hate him a lot more now, and he's like totally washed up and irrelevant. Because his career was his career was on the downtrend when he decided to announce to the world that he's really into hooking up with underage girls. People didn't really enjoy that.
Exposed his streaming career to other people that actually liked his content. And this is the same thing that's happened to me.
Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Geeko, Sal Codus, Bandito, Cap.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta wonder how many of those people who really like your streaming content are just there to make fun of you. Like, all right, let's see if we can find anything else about this guy on YouTube. Nicholas Diorio covered him. That's kind of how I heard about him. The burnt peanut clone epidemic. So this is like there's a lot of people doing this, making really bad, like, burnt peanut copies. And he seems to be the most shameless one since his avatar looks almost exactly like the burnt peanuts avatar. Here he is trying to piggyback on Burnt Peanuts' fame. Let's see what's going on over here.
They're called peanut tubers, Aunt Mary.
You're just mad because I'm flame mugging you right now, pal.
You are
flame
mugging me.
mugging.
My cortisol is low.
That's
Mary.
You're just mad because I'm flame
that's the Burnt Peanut. That's the one people watch.
mugging you right now, pal.
You are
flame
mugging me.
mugging.
My cortisol is low. You got a microphone?
And that's the Faithful Sheriff who, wow, he just animated his avatar farting.
The Faithful Sheriff situation. Got it. It's not.
Is there like
It's fine. You know, people can play
content?
A fireman for SWAT team.
Ooh, that's cool. Maybe we could work for ICE.
while also getting doxxed
Oh.
in the process.
I can already tell you lied about being from Texas when you live at 1 Linda Drive.
Someone just doxes him live on stream.
Really? Because your wife does. Jeanette Hennig lives it.
Now, the main reason why I'm making this video, right, is because the fact is that I am literally on this guy's because I have money.
The right path, but she constantly dresses up like.
Man, then we are finding these.
Okay, this isn't the kind of video we watch on stream. Yeah, I don't know. We might be at the end of. Oh, this is interesting. He's calling Curtis Connor an agent of Satan.
To the podcast, guys. This is sounds going. Yeah, Pip. Okay, did I do this right? But yeah, guys, we're back in the studio. It feels good. And it's been a busy, weird 30 years. Really a lot of.
All right, we're gonna skip to the part that we came here for.
So maybe okay. Sorry. And the worst podcast ever is back. It's my main channel, and talk book right there. I was seeing some stuff about Dr. Witnesser. Things were picking up a little bit, and I was like, okay, I gotta make a video about this guy right now. And shit started to develop while I was editing the video. And after I posted the video, stuff kept stuff about him kind of kept taking off. I don't think it was because of my video. I think that would have happened regardless. But I'll do the TLDR. You should watch the video if you haven't already, but the TLDR, titty licking dick rider. That's TLDR. Sorry. The TLDR of the video is basically Dr. Witnesser is still doing the same shit, but he's way worse.
Okay, we'll just watch his video. We'll just watch his video. If Curtis Connor has anything useful to say,
5 years ago, I made a video titled "Teaching Gamers About God," and in that video, I talked about a streamer who calls himself Dr. Witnesser. He's not a real doctor or anything. It's kind of like a Dr. Seuss situation. If Dr. Seuss had like zero whimsy. If you haven't seen that video, I'll give you a quick recap. So Dr. Witnesser's whole shtick was playing Fortnite on Twitch while he was cranking 90s and hitting the orange.
Okay, so he's been doing this shtick of just streaming himself playing Fortnite and talking about Jesus for years.
Justice. He would simultaneously preach the word of the first man to ever use the reboot van, Jesus Christ.
If you don't turn from your wicked ways and repent and trust in Jesus, you're gonna die and burn in hell.
His motto was literally bringing the gospel to gamers. And since he primarily played Fortnite, the people he would primarily preach to were children. Because, as we all know, Fortnite is a childish game for little babies. I don't play bullshit like that. I play real video games for men, like Minecraft. And obviously, most people were not down to listen to Dr. Witnesser talk about the Bible on Fortnite, because I think objectively, Fortnite is way more fun than the Bible.
I don't know if we can res you. You might want to call God and resurrect you.
That's not funny. But that didn't stop him from absolutely spreading that gospel for years.
I've actually been waiting to get into this dude's lobby anyway. He's a fucking loser. He literally shoves the fucking Bible down little kids' throat and shit. You're not doing God's work. You're not doing God's bidding or anything. You're just a disgusting human being who fucking shoves his faith on people. Like, you're actually just a weirdo.
A couple years ago, though, Dr. Witnesser said some pretty gnarly stuff. At one point, he compared homosexuality to bestiality.
Like, obviously, did you know, like, having sex with an animal, that's against God's law, right? Well, the whole homosexuality thing used to be against the rules of society as well.
He also told a Muslim child that he was going to go to hell because he wasn't a Christian.
If you were to die in your sins today, you would be sentenced to hell.
Yeah. Just overall evil, monstrous behavior. Ghoulish, even, if you will. So because of all the crazy shit he said, he was eventually banned from Twitch. He was then streaming on some, like, random-ass website that was popular with far-right
DLive? I've never even heard of this. I thought the Chud streaming service was Kick. I've never heard of DLive.
DLive isn't afraid to stand up for people in their freedom of speech and expression of their religion.
Until his Twitch ban was ultimately lifted. He now regularly streams Fortnite on Twitch and YouTube, and he's actually gotten a lot more popular since
Wait, what was that
until his
URL?
Twitch ban was ultimately lifted. He now regularly...
Oh, it's a hashtag. Making people angry that I'm telling kids about Jesus in games. Yeah, well, I mean, you're not really... I would guess that the number of children who have converted to Christianity and gotten themselves baptized, DLive sounds like it could be a content mine. Well, if you just go through, like, crazy people's live streams, it's usually boring. You have to... What you want is crazy people's edited content. If you want to stream going over crazy people content, I can do that, too. I want to cover Tartaria stuff soon, but I'll have to pull up some stuff that isn't just, like, super boring. But yeah, I would guess that the number of children who've gone and gotten themselves baptized because this guy told them about Jesus while playing Fortnite is probably 0. And I would not be surprised if more than 0 people have decided not to get baptized because of the bad example this guy has set. So I feel like he's really hurting the Christian cause by making a clown of himself.
He streams Fortnite on Twitch and YouTube, and he's actually gotten a lot more popular since my video. Not in a good way, I should say. I think he just has more hate accounts dedicated towards him now. Also, before we get into this video, I want to give a quick disclaimer. I hardly know her. If you are a Christian or a Catholic or religious person at all, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. But in this video, I am most likely going to be making some jokes about Christianity and Jesus and God. So if having your religious beliefs criticized is going to be hard for you, just imagine what Jesus had to go through. And it's not that bad. So I've been keeping tabs on Dr. Witnesser ever since my first video about him. I talked about him a few times on my podcast. Very, really good.
Yeah, we can wrap the stream up. I feel like we might have hit the bottom of the well on the farting peanut man, and maybe some funny stuff will come up on him later. But he's more boring than I expected he'd be.
episode responding to his response of my original video. I did another podcast episode about him 2 years ago about him posting a transphobic video titled What is a Woman? Fortnite Edition, which, by the way, gotta be up there for one of the worst YouTube titles of all time. That's up there with fucking I sniffed Mr. Beast ass. I sniffed Mr. Beast ass. And I'm gonna be honest, I really did not plan on making another main channel video about this sentient neckbeard, but I got a clip from one of his streams on my TikTok a few weeks ago, and after I saw this clip, I knew that it was a message from God telling me to make another video about this guy. This was the clip that I saw.
Did you say the N-word? And I'm like, what N-word? You mean n***a?
Yeah, that's what everybody's favorite God-fearing streamer has been up to for the past few years. I guess he's just fully saying the N-word now on stream.
You mean n***a?
I had to add the bleep in, by the way. The original video, full word. And not like this would make it okay, but it's not like he said it just like one time, you know?
You can only say the N-word if you're black.
Are you black?
No! Don't say this, that. People would refer to black individuals as niggers.
Maybe I'm ill-informed, but I don't think a quote-unquote good Christian would just casually drop one of the most offensive words of all time, a slur that has historically been used by white people to intentionally dehumanize people of color, right? Hey, what do I know? I've never been to church. Maybe Christians don't care about how their words affect others. I don't know, but I could have sworn. I could have sworn it was love thy neighbor.
Yeah, this is boring. We're gonna wind the stream down. So